Hello everyone. All right. So this video, I'm just going to quickly go over the what's going on in the market and just get a understanding from what the market's doing and as well as the what is it called, the breadth. All right. So as you know, Wyckoff, he did this also, meaning he did market internals or market breadth, but he did it differently. At that time, a lot of what we have now wasn't available. So the way he did it was, in his course, actually, he described something called a trend barometer. The trend barometer was built on top of the position sheet, and the position sheet basically had stocks that were in position one that were about to make 15% moves, and stocks that were in position two that would make 15% moves down. Position three that were in more than 15%, and position four more than 15% but down. All right, so he had these four positions, and then what he would do, he would tally them up. And when he would tally them up, that would create some type of trend barometer. So obviously, we're not going to do that. So is there another market breadth indicator? He used that approach. And so, you have so many internals and breadth indicators. You just need to use one, right? So you can use any market internal that is nothing more than a statistic on the stocks on an exchange. That's all it is. It's just a statistics. And it basically gives you a stat of the number of stocks that are closing above yesterday's close, or the number of stocks that are making new highs, or the number of stocks above a moving average, or a number of stocks, etc., etc., etc. So, I mean, that's all it is, but you need to get an understanding and gauge. And the reason is because the stocks will move up or down before an index. All right, the stocks will actually move up or down before an index moves, because the index is a summation of those stocks. So you will see all of a sudden an increase of stocks going down, which will tip you off, telling you there's weakness. And the best part is you don't have to watch all the stocks. You just get a count, and that count will tell you whether it's going up or down, and you'll be able to gauge the buying and selling pressure based on that count. Is the buying pressure increasing if more stocks are going up, or is the selling pressure increasing in an uptrend, telling you that, more stocks started going down, and that's an early warning sign, and eventually the trend turns. So, and you can use any market internal, but it has to be a statistic on a collection of stocks. All right, and you have to have some type of framework on it to tell you whether it's increasing or decreasing. You could have a count, you could have above an average, all that stuff. So I mean, I already know how to do it, and I say this is probably one of so valuable because it basically it tells you when the trend's going to turn. You know how valuable that is. All right. So anyway, so on the SPY, you had a breakout on 101 million, and then it pulled back here. When it pulled back, first of all, the thing is, when it pulled back, it did a test on the SPY, and then it had a little bounce. But on that pullback, you had a circle. The hell is it? There's no paste. There it is. Get a paste. Anyway, on that pullback on the SPY, you had this selling wave. I think the 118 million on this right here, on this selling wave. But when we see the internals, there's way too much selling. There's just way too much selling. What looks like a pullback to test on the SPY is actually 1,969 stocks. On the, what is this? The NASDAQ going down, and 1,713 stocks on the NYSE going down, which is the biggest wave 16 waves, and on the NASDAQ is the biggest in about 6 waves. So this is legit selling pressure. And then when it bounces back up, you have the smallest wave in fucking 32 waves. Alright, and over here is biggest in 8 waves, showing you weakness. Weakness. And after that, basically the market broke. Where did it break? Right here. So right here, 76 million shares, and then it took out this low on 83 million shares. So we went from 76 million. After that, you had 89 million shares, but look, from open to close, there is no progress. 76 million does all this selling. 89 million doesn't do jack. It doesn't do anything from open to close. There's lack of progress on all that volume. And then after that, I mean, this in a way is effort reward, because all that volume got sold, meaning it went up, but it got sold back down, and this lack of progress, lack of progress in the closes with all that volume. And after that, you had 83 million break. So that was the break of this low. Definitely need to mark that. Daily level. It's a very clear break on 83 million. Here you have 84 million. Here you have 96 million. And nothing in the closes. Nothing. What happens after that? 108 million down. So probably bouncing against this area, right? So the internals basically 1969 down, 1,969 stocks down. That basically is your selling pressure or change of behavior in the overall market. And notice that you can apply the Wyckoff change of behavior, lack of supply, demand. What is this? The other one was LPS, just lack of supply, lack of demand. All that. You can apply it on anything that trends, and you don't need to use just volume. You can use price. All right. So remember, every wave has 3 components or 3 characteristics: price, time, and volume. You don't just need to use volume. You can use price and say, there's a lot of selling because there's a big wave, or there's big volume, or you can use both. In fact, when Wyckoff did it, he initially did it with price and time, and that's how he taught it. Then after that, he did it with volume and activity. So I mean, it's just a measure, and that measure is a metric for what? The pressure of buying and selling. Anyway, so that's sold. Tap, nothing there. All right, now what do you have? You have 1,046 stocks and pullback on 886. What does that mean? It means that there's no buying, and you can expect lower prices to come. Already, you see the dip on the NASDAQ is 1,011, and the prior pullback was 806 stocks, so it's going to go lower. I mean, there's no indication of a reversal, and trend has begun. So I don't see how there's going to be a reversal yet. Anyway, now maybe I'll pull back and then offer what the hell's going to offer, but we will see. This pullback did test, but I wouldn't be surprised if this high is taken by an upthrust. So the high of 223, February 23rd, wouldn't surprise me if that's up thrusted. So I'll be looking for that. All right. Let's see what else. So other thing I want to go over is the SPY and accounts and all that. All right. So the initial selling pressure on the SPY basically came from this red brick right here. Right, all the way from the high, that's your distribution brick right there. You see big red? That's the biggest red brick in 39 bricks, and it had followed through. And then the market tried, but it had another red brick, biggest in 41 bricks. So, yeah, no wonder. That's also distribution. And it broke. That's your breakdown brick right here. And I don't know what the hell this is. This massive volume here, 153. It's the biggest volume in 41 bricks. Ooh, it's a lot of volume. I don't know. I think maybe it's because it's trying to break, or I don't really know. Anyway, I would get the count, but my data is screwed up. So basically, the count projects lower. That's all I'm going to say now. There might be a pullback, but I got it projecting into this region. All right, it's this. The count here. Let me download the data. I don't know. There's something wrong with the data provider. Anyway, I don't know what to do. But I did it before, and the count projects easily into this area right here. So that area is, it can easily go into that area, all right? Projected somewhere in this area that I'm hovering over. And you see red bar, distribution, 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 which means that if it pops back up into that breakdown on that 59 brick, the 59? In the breakdown brick, I mean, it's not that powerful, but that other one right up there, 149, holy moly, that's the original break. So I'm looking for a pullback and reversal. And this 153, it may be a break because it's breaking this low, and that's why its volume is so high. But we'll see how it's handled. All right, that's all, folks. Take care. Have a good weekend.